Welcome to Christian Brothers High School football. As the brothers back at home, it is homecoming, and they take on Pure Academy this week. And we start our Lilly Company pregame show as we do each and every week by visiting with head coach Thomas McDaniel. And Coach, I know it's been a tough 3 weeks, frustrating 3 weeks for you back at home finally this week, but just over these 3 weeks, struggling on the offensive side to put up points. What's kind of the mindset right now for you and this team?
Our kids are so resilient, and even Friday after we left Brentwood Academy, multiple kids laying on the field had played literally until they were exhausted. And I think, being able to capitalize on third downs has been an issue for us. Being in the red zone multiple times against NBA and not coming away with points was an issue. Obviously, a couple weeks ago, a couple missed field goal opportunities. Again, certain games, it's been so long since we visited, but certain games, self-inflicted negatives that we had, execution things that we could have done better across the board at all positions, and then ultimately, certain situations where, quite frankly, we were just outmanned. Brentwood Academy is super talented, brought in multiple transfers this year. And it showed, it was a team last year that we played 23-14 or 23-13, and they're just significantly better than they were last year. So the good news for us is, we get to come back home. It's homecoming, obviously, fairly healthy. Got an opportunity to get better, get back into rhythm, and don't know a ton about Pure, but. It's a game where, again, we need to focus on the fundamentals and getting back to execution and capitalizing on our opportunities, in particular when we're in certain field position situations.
As you said, they're resilient, but what kind of, in the end, the Brentwood game's a region game, but nothing else is. So you still got that kind of ahead of you, not this week, but ahead of you. So what's kind of the message to them to kind of tell you like that, listen, there's still plenty to achieve? Yeah,
so, we talked Tuesday after practice, and again, I may misread it, but I think our kids are of the belief and understand we've got 5 games left. It's kind of halftime on the season. These are all games that if we play well and up to our potential are games that we can win. You don't want to look too far ahead. You need to just really worry about the day that you have in front of you. But again, if you want to if you want to forecast what the future looks like, I feel like, we've played 3 really good football teams. I think Brentwood Academy is super talented. Not to say that the teams that are left on our schedule are not talented, but because they are. But I think they're all games that if we go play well, I think our kids knew and we knew we'd have to play perfect and we'd have to have a lot of things go our way against BA. We just need to get back to having a belief, trusting in what we're doing, and again, at the end of the day, execution.
You've used both of the quarterbacks here the last couple of games. How do you approach that going forward with the quarterback position?
Yeah, both of them bring different dynamics to the table. They both practice really well together. They've both handled the situation great, to be honest with you. Hunt's, at times has done some things that shows that he's a sophomore. He's made certain mistakes, but the beauty of him is he's not afraid to admit that. He's, learning on the fly with the bullets coming at him, and is, super coachable, been very invested in trying to get better, but owning things that he needs to correct. I still think with the scenario of, Cole getting knocked out of the first game and having a couple weeks where he didn't get to play, and obviously losing half a year last year, he's still got some rust that he needs to, get off. But right now our plan is to continue to play both of them, let it work out the way it needs to, whatever that ends up being. And again, I'm super proud of both of them, the way they've handled it. They've not pouted or, they're buddies. So they've handled it well. We'll continue to reevaluate and assess when we go week from week, but at this point, they're both going to get opportunities, and we'll let it play itself out.
you mentioned obviously the lack of execution a little bit on the offensive side. On the defensive side, obviously against Lausanne, only gave up the one touchdown, played well in that one. What have you seen the last couple of weeks out of your defense?
Well, I mean, we gave up a block punt against NBA for a touchdown. So, that can't happen, obviously. We played fairly well at times against NBA, did a great job stopping the run, put ourselves in bad field position a few times, and I thought we responded nicely. But last week against BA, it was 21-0 at half. Our kids were battling their tails off. Look, they got two big-time receivers, two tackles that are, bigger than anybody we got on our roster by a long shot, really good tailback. We wanted to make them go the long, hard way. We did that a lot, but then there was a few times on the perimeter where, if our whole plan was to try to take away the middle of the field, not give up the deep shots. We did that a lot early, but frustration can set in when they're running 20-yard comebacks instead of post routes. And, I think we kind of fell out of our plan late where we gave up a deep ball on a miscommunication on a coverage. But I still have confidence. Our defense is playing very solid. They're giving us a chance to be successful. But when you're playing a team like NBA or BA, special teams flaws, missed opportunities in the red zone are things that we've got to get better at if we want to be successful.
With this week being homecoming, do you worry at all about all the other stuff going on and kind of distractions?
No, I mean, again, the beauty of my job in the midst of all the things that go on is at the end of the day, the kids are pretty consistent. They understand that the noise is what it is, and we've got to be. In my time here, I've never felt like it's been a distraction. I think at the end of the day, they know they get 48 minutes to go out and play together again. I know they're excited to get back on the field. I don't think there's anybody in the building that has given up on the team. I think they're all very level-headed about the opportunities we have ahead of us the next 5 weeks, and I think they'll be business-like as normal.
All right, Coach, good luck.
Thank you.
That is head coach Thomas McDaniel. We've got more of the Lilly Company pregame show coming your way as we get ready for kickoff. Back at home here at Tom Nick Stadium, Brothers getting set to take on Pure Academy. You're watching Christian Brothers High School Football.